Welcome to Senior Connection. I'm Nan Rafter.
And I'm Danielle Hopkins.
And we're cooking today.
Woohoo!
We have with us Chef Ann from the Franklin Senior Center. And Chef Ann, what are you making for us and our viewers?
So for today, I'll be making spaghetti bolognese. It's just a classic Italian dish.
Delicious. I can't wait.
Spaghetti bolognese. Stay tuned. Chef Ann, you ready?
Yes.
All right, so I guess first let's talk about you.
Okay.
All right, our special you. So you've been at the Senior Center for how long now?
I'm going 2 years now.
I was going to say April,
yeah.
right? It's been a fun 2 years, hasn't it? The viewers, we work very closely. I've been in the kitchen too. Ann's taught me a lot, so I'm excited to share her with all of you and to see what she can make us. Ann, how did you get into cooking? Can you give us a little bit of background on you?
Oh, so history-wise, I wasn't really into cooking. I was on a nursing school before, but like I guess the calling's not for me. So I took a break, and mostly like my family is into cooking. So my uncles and my aunts are really good cooks, and that specific year, it was like a boom of like, you know, kids going into culinary school, so I tried my luck and
we're glad you did.
yeah.
Your dad also is a chef.
Yes,
correct?
my dad is a chef too.
That's wonderful. And you come from the Philippines, so
Yes.
you have a lot of cultural background. What is your favorite dish to cook of all times?
So I would stick with my roots. So it's like Filipino dish, like I call it's called adobo.
Adobo.
Yeah.
Excellent. Have you made it for one of the Eat Around the Worlds?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
The first
I thought
time,
so. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, let's get into cooking. How about that?
Sure.
I hear
Let's
the
do it.
water boiling. So, why don't we start with showing everyone what ingredients we need in order to cook?
Yeah, so with the spaghetti bolognese, let's start with like the spices. So I have some beef base, salt, pepper, we got some garlic,
Okay.
oregano, basil, got brown sugar, onions, celery, carrots, and then we got some tomato paste and freshly crushed tomatoes, some ground beef, and then for the cheese we're using Grana Padano cheese, and for pasta we're using angel hair pasta, and just on the side we're gonna be like cooking some of garlic bread. Alright, so we're gonna start with sauteing some garlic, fresh garlic. Then I'm gonna add some onions.
It's gonna start smelling really good in here. That's for sure.
It's very simple, like very easy, faster to cook. You can make it within like 30 minutes. Got some celery.
Why does everything good have to have celery in it?
Oh no!
That's okay. It adds flavor.
Yeah.
Right?
And then we get some carrots.
All right, we like carrots. Not all the carrots, or they can get it. Really, like some people would like more veggies than the meat. But Ryan, you went to Italy last year
Yes.
to travel. Did you try the spaghetti bolognese over there? Because that's where it originally stems from, right?
I did. It's actually more meaty and especially with like the ingredients that they use. It's like the tomatoes are really like fresh.
Sure.
Yeah. So their version is like more of like, you know, it has like a little bit of like sourness from the tomatoes.
Yep.
My version is like I like it on the sweet side, so I add like brown sugar.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
brown sugar
Yeah.
usually don't see when you're cooking
Yeah.
pasta. Alright.
And then we're gonna add some of our beef base.
Can you just get beef base at the grocery store?
Yes, or you can always use beef stock too. I just like
Okay.
I like to add beef base, just like kind of like enhance the flavor a little bit.
Now you're a professional at making soups and stuff. A lot of that comes from like a base too.
Yes.
Correct?
So chicken stock, beef stock, vegetable stock.
For the fish stock too, right?
Yeah, fish stock.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
And we're gonna add our ground beef.
And you have it kind of on a medium high.
Yes.
Nothing crazy. You don't want
Nothing crazy. You don't want to also like burn the vegetables.
Not the vegetables.
It doesn't really matter. I think it's for me. It's like more. This is more of like a dinner, right?
Sure, but probably like a hearty meal,
Yeah,
like
hearty
that
meal.
that sauce and the spaghetti.
Yeah.
You know that. Maybe a good snowy day in New England. Because I don't feel like. Well, I mean, I guess you could have it like in a nice barbecue.
Yeah.
Little springtime fling. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Yeah. While we're waiting for this to cook, I'm just gonna add a little bit of like tomato paste.
If you add too much of the tomato paste, obviously it'll change the flavor a little bit, but does it change the consistency of it?
No.
And even if you don't like tomatoes, tomato sauce, bolognese is pretty good.
Yeah.
Are there other vegetables that you can put in a bolognese, or is it mostly carrots and celery and onions?
It's mostly the very basic mirepoix, onion, celery, carrots. I haven't really seen any like
Zucchinis.
no.
Zucchini bolognese. You could though.
You could, like, you know, if you're going into like a vegetarian diet, like you can change definitely the meat, substitute it to like veggies and stuff.
Where did they get the name bolognese? You know? Probably from the area where it was developed in Italy, right? Probably. I didn't. Listen, you're not a chef of all knowledge. I just figured I'd ask. Yeah. So we're making a dish, pretty much it's an Italian-based pasta, but we also
Yes.
do eat around the world, which has been pretty popular. You and I have been rocking that out. You mostly with your awesome kitchen staff. What do you like about cooking food from other cultures?
It's actually, like, believe it or not, most of like the dishes that I make on like the eat around the world, I haven't cooked it in my life. But so
Yeah.
basically, I'm also like learning, like doing my research and making those dishes like for the
Sure.
first time, which is kind of cool and
Challenges you as a chef.
challenges me
too,
as
yeah?
a chef. Yeah.
We like that. What's been so we did a country pretty much every month last year.
Yes.
We did probably 4 others in the year before. What's been your favorite country so far to cook, other than the Philippines, because we know why you like that?
Um,
You have one?
That's really tough. Probably, I mean, like, cause I love Japanese.
Was that when you made the sushi?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
so,
was really good.
like, probably like Japan,
Okay.
and then probably like the most interesting one that I've ever made was Finland with salmon Finnish. It's like a Finnish salmon soup, and most people would like, why salmon in a soup? Like it's like
Yeah, it was
not, like,
delicious though. We had
very
it in a
very.
bowl.
It's not very common. But like if you look at it, like if the closest dish that would probably best describe it is like a clam chowder, but just substituting the clam into like a salmon.
We did India too last summer. That was different
Yes.
because it had a lot of different spices.
Yes.
I remember you
So
saying
that also India is they use a lot of spices. And I was like really surprised in just like one dish it could have like maybe more than 10 spices on like put into like
Yeah, you went to a specific grocery store and you said there were 4 aisles of just spices, which is crazy if you think
So
about
we're
it.
getting closer. All we need to do is just to achieve like that browning on the ground beef, and then we're gonna add some of our crushed tomatoes.
How does one crush tomatoes? With your hands? With a like a potato masher? Obviously, I'm not a tomato fan, so but sauce is pretty good. All right, it smells delicious
Yes,
in
so
here.
we're just gonna season a little bit of salt and some crushed peppers.
Now, while you're making this, I see the water boiling.
So-
Pasta doesn't take too long to boil.
No,
so-
especially with the pasta that I chose to with this dish, it's only gonna take like 3-4 minutes.
Sure. Makes sense. You feel like Rachel Ray right now? Or who's the pioneer woman? You ever heard of her?
No.
She like works in her beautiful house and it's like this immaculate kitchen. And of course she always makes food for the adults but also a different meal for the children, which is crazy to me. But those cooking shows out there.
Alright.
Or you could be the top chef. What do you think?
I don't know. Alright, so we're gonna add some of our crushed tomatoes. It's always a preference. Some people would like it like some use like diced tomatoes. Some people would like use just freshly cut tomatoes. It's just all up to like the preference of, you know. But I like to use crushed tomatoes because it could like it can incorporate more like of like an even coating of like the tomatoes on like the actual dish.
So Anne, we're also starting up some cooking classes at the senior center and you're gonna be running a lot of those. Are you excited for it? What kind of ideas you have coming up?
Yes, at the same time nervous. Like I'm really not like into like being on a crowd, and I'm a really shy person. But definitely it's really exciting. So this February we're gonna start with some very basic knife classes. So so like at least like that's a really good introduction to like our seniors, you know, on like just how to like properly use a knife,
Absolutely.
especially with like the dishes that we're gonna make on like the future. I wanted them to just be safe and also know like how to like dice and, you know, different cuts of like vegetables and stuff. And that'll be like also like a good learning experience, especially like also they can use it at home too, like that skill.
Well, I know we've talked about you make homemade soups every day, so learning the bases of soups. And,
Yes, we're gonna also like
and also good
tackle
ingredients.
into like, you know, learning the basis of soup, the major sauces, or the mother sauces, and
The mother sauce.
yeah, and then go from there. So we'll like really like go like dig into like more of the basics first, and then like we'll eventually move into like the actual cooking.
Cool. We're excited. Exciting. And you have 2 line cooks too at the senior center that
Yep.
help make the magic happen, right? Loretta and Marilyn.
Loretta and Marilyn, they're
And
very
even-
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even our volunteers couldn't do it without them. That's for sure.
So I'm just gonna add, just to balance up the flavor. So most of you would question why brown sugar, like why do I add brown sugar into my cooking? It's definitely just like to balance off like the sourness from the tomato, and also like gets like add to like a deeper flavor. So I'm
Alright.
just gonna,
Yeah, what do you need? It's the right drawer. I don't think I've ever seen brown sugar used in a pasta sauce.
It's actually it's very strange. I mean, to me, because I grew up in the Philippines, like most of us, like the kids, like we don't really like we like the sweeter
Sure.
sauce on the pasta. So I probably just carried it like all throughout when cooking.
Well, wouldn't it be all boring if everyone made the same thing the same way, right?
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
I like to kind of like tweak the recipes a little bit. Like I add my flavor to it,
Sure.
basically. So we're gonna start cooking our pasta while we're waiting for this. So we're just gonna put it on low. I'm gonna add some fresh oregano.
Spicy.
Yep. And some fresh basil.
Nan is gonna be so excited when she gets back. So you kind of keep that simmering on low for a little bit while
Yes,
you put
yes,
the pasta
yeah.
in. Okay.
And then
Oh, you fancy girl.
so this specific pasta, like I said, it would like really just take like maybe 3-4 minutes to cook.
There's lots of different pastas out there now. If you're, gluten free or
Yes.
the wheat. There's a lot of healthy versions
Yes.
of pasta. Why Angel here? What would you recommend for a spaghetti bolognese?
Usually like a spaghetti bolognese, we usually use spaghetti. But to me, like my personal preference, since this is like a heavier sauce, a lot of meat in it, I would want it to like have it on like a lighter pasta when
Sure.
you eat.
A penny for your thoughts. Get a penny. No. I'll be here all day.
Okay. Alright, let me just let's taste the there you go. Always taste. You always have to adjust the seasoning if you have to.
It's pretty good. What do you think? You're the
Good.
pro.
Good.
Wow.
So I'll probably add.
The sweetness is nice.
It's not
It does
over.
balance out. No, it's
it-
not overpowering at all.
And especially like the freshness of like the oregano and the basil, you can actually like taste the actual herbs.
Yeah.
So this is almost ready. I'm just gonna turn it off.
How do you know when it's ready? Just it's browned, it's bubbling.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we're gonna see if our pasta's done.
Now I always heard if you can tell pasta's done if you throw it against the wall. Do we want to do that? No.
Maybe not.
Joking.
Probably like a minute or two.
Probably about a minute or two.
Yeah, but we want it also our pasta al dente. It's has like a little bit of bite to it. It's not like overcooked. When you go to Italy, sometimes like they would not make fun, but like some like they would like say, oh, like why in Italy there's always like they cook al dente pasta, but like if you go to like other places they always overcook pasta.
Did you hear about the pasta? He always needed extra car insurance because his car was always al dente. No?
No. Alright, we'll put this aside.
Alright.
We're gonna start heating up some start heating up garlic bread.
So we have garlic bread. You recommend doing it on the stove top instead of the oven?
Like I said, personal preference. For me, it's like quicker,
Sure.
and you just want it.
And you're
like,
already here.
Yes,
Yeah.
you want it to like just like give it like a little bit of toast. All right, so our
Toasting the toast.
pasta is done.
Ooh. Wow. It smells delicious, yes. So now you didn't oil the pot.
No,
that's
so
fine, do some
what I did this morning is I already brushed it with butter, garlic, and herbs. So this is just like really just grilling it and get it like that.
Nice toast. What kind of
Yes.
herbs, or it was just like an herb blend?
An Italian herb blend, yeah.
Italian herb blend.
Yes.
What kind of bread do you use? Just any, like an Italian
This
bread?
is like
Sliced bread?
like a French roll,
French.
like a baguette. Yes.
Nice.
So while our bread is cooking, we're gonna start plating our pasta.
Presentation is key. So now some of our viewers, are living by themselves, or just them and one other person.
Yes.
Pasta is a very good hearty dish, easy to make for many people, doesn't take too many ingredients, easy to buy.
Yeah.
But how, can you just make a little bit of sauce? Can you freeze the sauce for how long? Like what's the best way to do it so that you're not just eating spaghetti for 5 days in a week?
Of course, you can always go back to your budgeting, go to grocery store, let's say you bought a pound of meat. You would always you can always dial down to a quarter of a pound for a dinner or something for 2 people. And like I said, you can always put it on the fridge. It would be good for 2-3 days.
Sure.
I mean 5 days is too much.
Yeah. But you could probably freeze the bolognese sauce.
Yes,
If you wanted
yes.
to make every now and again.
I think 2-3 minutes. You just wanted it to really get that toasty color to it, that brown, golden brown.
The sizzles.
Yes.
garlic bread came to existence? Who said, let's take some bread and put garlic on it and just cook it? Voila.
Alright, when plating, I don't just do like put the pasta and then put the toppings on top. So like I wanted to like have like an even coating of sauce on the pasta. So what I do is like I just put a little bit on the pan. And I would put some pasta in.
It's a sticky pasta.
It is.
What do you mean?
Just enough pasta for like 3 servings over there.
This just makes it nice and even and balanced.
Yes, yes.
Gets all the pasta. What's that?
Great. Alright, so we're gonna move over here and then we're gonna start plating our pasta.
Oh, okay, we got the fancy twist of hand. Chefy. Look at that technique. This is very easy to make.
Easy to make. A good 30 minutes and then you're done. So now we're gonna get some sauce.
Just pop it right in there. Gotta have some muscles to be a chef.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna start plating up.
Welcome
and
back.
Putting some additional sauce to the pasta.
Doesn't it smell delicious in
It
here, Nan?
does. Oh, you have been very busy, ladies. Oh.
And a quick and easy meal.
And then we're gonna grate some cheese, or Grana Padano cheese.
That's what they use on the cooking shows.
Grana Padano.
Grana Padano.
Try saying that 5 times fast.
Lydia.
Grana Padano, Grana Padano, Grana Padano. Oh, that was pretty good.
So difference is like this cheese is much lighter compared to a Parmigiano.
Okay.
So this Parmigiano is aged more than this specific cheese. It's less salty and it's very mild.
Huh?
So you can add some basil.
Fancy. Look at how nice you cut that up.
And I'm just gonna add our garlic bread to that.
Are we gonna serve this at the senior center?
She has before.
Has she?
Absolutely.
Wow.
There you go. Our pasta
Do we get to
bolognese.
taste?
Yes.
Well, that would just be a tease if we didn't.
I know. Oh. Thank you, Chef Ann.
You're welcome.
This looks delicious.
It-
I feel bad. You can have some.
I know,
too.
we're eating in front of her.
How do you nicely eat spaghetti that's...
You need a spoon.
Would you like a spoon, yeah?
No, I got it.
Mmm.
Oh. Oh.
You can come home with me and be my personal chef, and I will call you
And when
Chefy.
you're not with her, you're with me.
Yeah.
Oh, Chef
I'll have you on
Ann,
days that end in
this
Y.
is
She can have you
so good. I wish the viewers could taste this. It is
Mm.
amazing. I feel like I'm in Italy. Oh.
Wow, the flavors. Do you, the brown sugar is something
It pops,
special that she
yeah,
adds, and
yeah.
it adds that like little sweetness to it.
I gotta have one more taste before we close the show.
Yeah, right? Yum, yum, yum.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This has been a special edition of Senior Connection Cooking in the Studio with Chef Ann from the Senior Center. And Chef Ann made this delicious spaghetti bolognese with garlic bread, and it is amazing.
Delicious.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me here. And you can always visit us at the Franklin Senior Center. We're open for breakfast at 8:30 to 10, and then lunch from 11:30 to 1 o'clock. And all ages are welcome, not just the seniors.
And it's a great place to come. The prices are affordable, the people are nice, the food is delicious. It is just the greatest deal in town.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So this has been Senior Connection, and until we connect again,
Enjoy each day.
This program was made possible by your Franklin friends and neighbors, good folks just like you. Thanks for supporting Franklin TV. And thanks for watching.